Hello and welcome back to Champions and Beyond. In today's video, we're going to cover something slightly different. I have currently covered Pokemon Go only through some short videos, some YouTube shorts, but with last weekend being GoFest Global, I thought I would do a bit of a summary video. I'll show off some of the stuff I got and share some of my experiences. Now, Pokemon Go, I started playing back in 2016 when the game first released. And the game today is nearly unrecognizable. It has changed a lot in the years. The ticket for GoFest Global I paid for when it first came out, so I believe that was the end of 2022. There has been 2 lots of special research because I bought the ticket so early. I've had access to, so I've got certain rewards in the time since I purchased it. I believe the price was about £15. It may have been a little bit cheaper if you bought it early. I can't fully remember on that account though. So I have played the Global Go Fests ever since they started doing them, which I believe was 2020 during the pandemic, and they weren't able to do in-person events. So this would have been the 4th year of Global Go Fest. Now, my personal circumstance, I had to play the first half of both the Saturday and the Sunday from home. I managed to go out for like the second half of the event, but that did slightly affect probably some of the stuff I got, some of the rewards, just because there aren't as many spawns when you're sat in one place, and that's absolutely fine. That's part of the game. So when I go over what I got and my overall thoughts, that is to be taken into consideration. Now, first of all, I'm going to put up here somewhere a screen recording I did on the Sunday evening, and that will show the hundos and the shinies that I got for the weekend. First of all, the hundos. So the first one I received was I got a 100% Ivy Gumi, and this came from a raid. So not too shabby. Expected to have a community day next year, so I will save it until then to get the community day move. And I'm pretty happy. I believe I got this on the end of the Saturday, and the Saturday, the second half of the event, I was rushing around trying to get as many raids in as I could to use up the free raid passes that were part of the event. Because by that point, a lot of people had done their raids in the morning, in the local community anyway. I was going around doing quite a few Gumi and the Cowboy Hat Snorlax raids. So that's probably why I got this one. I didn't really go out my way to spend premium raid passes or spend any money doing Gumi raids, because we've all got, those of us that have played anyway, have all got burnt by Gible and Axu and all of that over the years. So on day 2, I actually sat and caught all of my research stack. So, and that is where the next 2 hundos came from. So the first one was a Cubone. Not particularly useful Pokemon, but I quite like having a selection of hundos. I can't remember my exact amount at the minute. But yeah, not a bad little hundo. The next one was the Alolan Executor, again from my research stack. So this wasn't bad. I've actually got quite a collection of dragon type hundos, and with Gumi on the Saturday and then this one on the Sunday, that's added to my little collection of 100% IV dragons. Not really, like I would say, as I say, these were research stack, and there wasn't really anything else interesting within that stack. So on to the shinies that I got, and I have my tablet out on the table here so I can scroll through the shinies and I can have a brief chat about them, because I can't remember exactly everything I got during the weekend. I got 12 shinies on the Saturday and I got 14 on the Sunday, but I was also unlucky on the Sunday and had 3 run. They ran from the Go Plus Plus, which was going on while I was raiding. I believe all 3 of the ones that ran, I will put them up around about here if I remember. I've got some screenshots of what they were. The first one was a Shroomish, Incense Spawn, and as I say, it ran while I was remote raiding in the morning. The second one was one of the costume Pikachus. Again, Incense Spawn, popped up while I was raiding and ran from the Go Plus Plus. The third one was in the afternoon. Again, popped up Incense Spawn while I was raiding, and that was a Timber. Now, Timber is scheduled or leaked to have a community day within the next couple of months, so overall, not too disappointed with that. The Shroomish would have finished my Shroomish family. I already have 1 shiny, so it wasn't a new one. I'm not that disappointed with that, but the worst one out of those 3 was the Pikachu, because the costumes are quite rare when you get them shiny. I'm not even sure which one of the 4 Pikachus it was. I just know that I lost one, unfortunately. But my first shiny that I got on the Saturday was a Seedot. Now, that wasn't a GoFest spawn. I actually caught this a few hours before GoFest started kicking off. A 1-star Seedot. It's had a previous community day. Nothing too exciting there. My first actual catch of GoFest, well, shiny catch anyway, was my first shiny Skitty. It's been out for a little while, but my first time getting one, I was quite excited by it. Yeah, it's another one that's taken me a little while to get, but I'm quite pleased that I managed to finally get one. That was also, it was a 1-star shiny Skitty, so it wasn't anything amazing. The next shiny I got was actually one of the brand new shinies for the event, and it was Shiny Joltik. Now, I got this from the research, from the special research that you received on day 1, the Diancie research, I believe it was. It is a 3-star, and again, one of the brand new shinies that came out with the event. Massively happy that I managed to get a brand new shiny for the event, and I actually managed to get a few of them, as we'll go on and see. I then got off Vincennes a shiny Gumi. So this was another one of the brand new ones of the event. As I say, we will probably expect it to have a community day next year, probably June, July 24-ish, if they follow along all the patterns that they have done in recent years. This one was just a 0-star, but I'm happy that I managed to get another one of the brand new shinies. After that, we actually got one of the Crown Pikachus, and I think it's the one with the red gem. I can't remember which ones they all were. But I actually did manage to get one of the costume Pikachu shinies for the event. Again, just a 1 star, but a rare shiny, and I was quite pleased with it. Shortly after that, I managed to get a shiny Lickitung. Now, Lickitung and me, Lickitung really likes me for some reason. I always seem to get the shiny whenever it comes out in an event. I know it is a shiny boosted Pokemon, but I seem to get far too many of these. This was a 2 star, so not a terrible IV. It will go away for a trade because I know a few people that are after it, but yeah, wasn't a bad little catch. A little bit later on, I managed to get a shiny Baneri. Now, I have already finished the family. I've actually got a lucky Lopunny, shiny Lopunny, 93 IV, I think. So this one was just a 1 star, but I know people that want it, so I'm quite happy to take another one, and I managed to trade off a lot of my spare shinies to people that do need them. So after that, I got a Wishma. This one's just a 0-star Wishma, but this is my third one, so this finished off my family. I was quite happy to actually have got the family done. Currently haven't evolved it, currently haven't sorted them out, but I will be at least getting the family completed. Now, this is why I have the tablet also going. So I thought this was a Sunday catch, but my next shiny was actually a shiny Girafarig, another one that's been out for quite a while, and it was actually my first one, so more than stoked to have been able to actually get another new shiny to the account. I then got a shiny Roselia, now another previous Comday Pokemon, a 0-star, nothing too amazing. Another shiny for the day, so you can't be too mad at that, but a less inspiring spawn, shall we say. I then actually got a 2-star shiny Bellsprout. Now, this is my second shiny Bellsprout, so I'm one away from completing the family, and I have secured a trade, I believe, with somebody to get my third. So quite happy that I got this. I should, once I manage to organise the trade, actually have a full family. I then got my first shiny Carvana of the event. I ended up getting a few of these, but this was my last shiny catch of the Saturday. This one was a 2-star, so not a bad IV, 15 attack. I'll have to double check through. Obviously, Mega Sharpedo will be out at some point, so possibly a nice one for that as a contention. We went on Sunday, and my first catch of Sunday was a shiny Shellos. So I got the pink Shellos, which I think is the West Sea, I want to say. It's the one that's local to where I am in the UK. So it wasn't a regional that was external, but it was another new one for the event. And I was quite happy to have secured my third brand new shiny of the event. I then got a shiny Galarian Stunfisk. I have had a few of these now. I originally traded for one to get it, but I've had a few. There was Stunfisk Research Day, which I got a few on, and I'd caught one in the wild before that as well. So another one, I will have a check around. There might be somebody that's interested in one If not, I might try and trade it just to see if I can get a lucky Shundo or a lucky shiny, basically. If I get lucky Shundo, then fantastic, but I'm not that bothered by that. So I then got actually the only shiny that the Go Plus Plus did catch on the day, and that was a shiny Pawniard. Now, I have hatched a shiny Pawniard before this, so this has just finished the family for now, because there is a future evolution that isn't in the game yet. But for now, it finishes my shiny family, and I was quite happy that the Go Plus Plus actually caught one. I next got a shiny Beldum. Now, shiny Beldum again has had a previous community day, so it's very meta relevant. There are people out there that want shiny Beldum, that want a decent quality shiny Metagross, so there'll be some interest there in that. But for me, quite an uninteresting shiny, shall I say. I then actually got an 80%, so another high 2-star, but another shiny Shellos. The same as the one before. I have actually evolved this one now, so on the video it will still be a Shellos, but I have actually evolved it. I was quite happy. Again, 2 of those. I completed the family on the weekend that it came out, which doesn't happen very often. I then got a shiny Ferroseed. I already know somebody that wants this, so I have completed the family myself, so again, it's useful that I managed to get it. I can help some other people out within the community to get some shinies that they're missing. I then got, I think I actually got this a little bit before, because I actually managed to organise a lucky trade with a friend, and we traded our shiny Heracross that we caught on the Sunday. So I now have a lucky shiny Heracross that is ready for when the Mega comes out. Really happy that I managed to get this one. I didn't manage to get it the last time it was out globally, and I raided for it and everything, and I just did not manage to get the luck to get it, but got it this weekend, so immensely happy. One of my favorite Pokemon that I took away from the weekend. I then got a shiny Bagon. Again, previous Com Day. I didn't play hard for Bagon Com Day, so I never had a lot of spares. This one, again, I will know somebody that wants it, so it will go away as a trade. I then got a shiny Woobat, 2-star one, which I think is better than any of the other ones I've had. This one might eventually get evolved up to Swoobat. I've had several shiny Woobats now, but because I've never had a decent IV one, I haven't ever evolved it. This one may just do it as a 2-star. I'm not going to keep waiting around for a 3-star, so quite happy with the catch anyway. Then got another previous Com Day one, shiny Sandshrew, low IVs. Who knows? It will go at some point. I then got another one that I was really happy to get, quite a rare shiny, not a Pokemon that I see very often, but I got shiny Remoraid. So I know there are people out there that haven't got this, and I was happy that I finally managed to get at least one of them on the Sunday. I then got another shiny Kavana, slightly worse IVs, but another 15 attack one, so possible. I got a second shiny Bagon, very much the same as the first one. I know people that will want a shiny bag on just to help complete their collections. So I then got a third shiny Kavana, and I believe that was my last shiny of the event. That one was also pretty bad IVs. So overall, 26 shinies, 3 got away, but if I hadn't got the Go Plus Plus, I wouldn't have even realised that they'd spawned, because they would have despawned by the time I got out of the raid. So I can't be too mad about that. So my overall thoughts of the event: it was great to have the raid passes. Ended up doing a lot of Mega Rayquaza. Obviously, Mega Diancie and Mega Rayquaza coming out were 2 brand new Megas. And that was, amazing. It's, for a long time, they weren't releasing new Megas. And over the course of this year especially, there's been a few coming out. I believe there are more expected, although I can't remember if I've seen any actually announced. But having 2 new ones was great. Mega Rayquaza is going to be fantastic in the game. I'm pretty pleased with that. Incense spawns. Now, Incense was spawning every minute, roughly, even when playing from home. So that really added to the play experience, especially sort of for myself, being unable to get out for the first half of both days. Being able to sit at home and still get the spawns and still be able to participate was very good. They took away the remote raid limit, but they didn't make the remote raids any cheaper. So there were some bundles in the shop that meant that you got some extra items as well, and you got a bit of a discount. I didn't take advantage of it. I did do a few remote raids, so I never did anywhere near enough to really take advantage of the fact that they'd taken away the remote raid limit. Overall for the event, so spawns, there were some fantastic spawns, but at the same time there were some very uninspiring spawns. So, you had Machop spawning previous com day, you had Sandshrew, you had Roselia, there was Caterpie, which was part of the Golden Special Research Day recently. There was Nosepass, which was also part of that event. So, because of that, it's quite difficult to say that all of the spawns were amazing, that the event was completely amazing. There have definitely been some previous GoFests that have been slightly better. Compared to last year's, though, the incense was working a lot better. They fixed the bug that meant that when a Pokemon popped up, as soon as you clicked on it, it disappeared. I didn't experience any of that over the weekend, which was, I know, a massive complaint, especially amongst our local community. The shiny rates did seem to be better than last year. At least as far as my experience was. I think if I managed to go out for more of the event, I'd have probably done a bit better with shinies, but 26 over the weekend isn't a bad figure. So some pluses and some minuses there. Overall, I really enjoyed it. Was it worth the money? Was it worth the wait? Yes, I think so. I got all except for the West Sea Shellos and the Oranguru of the new shinies. And I got a bunch of XL candies, a bunch of extra Stardust. I think I got around about 1.5 million XP. I didn't really track the Stardust. I was doing some power-ups and that sort of thing for some tasks. So I'm not really sure what I got Stardust-wise, but the XP was a good gain. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I've had to take a few days since the global event finished to kind of detox a little bit, to really gather my thoughts about it. But thank you very much for watching to this quick little video. I don't think it's actually been as quick as I wanted it to be, but thank you for watching. Until next time, happy gaming.